Welcome to your Daily 5 for Tuesday, July 15th, 2025. I have already reviewed the first two films in the Iron Angels trilogy, 1987's Iron Angels and 1988's Iron Angels 2, and as I had said, I have now watched the third film, the final film of the official trilogy. I've seen something saying there's some kind of weird, barely connected fourth film, but I am not planning to watch that because from what I understand, it has no actual real connection in any meaningful way. But Iron Angels 3 from 1989 is the final film in the box set that I purchased from Vinegar Syndrome, which I noticed is now out of print. So I don't know if they're going to just not make any more of those or what, but that sold out really quickly for a movie series I don't feel like most people have heard of. But then again, I feel like Vinegar Syndrome is now becoming another victim of collectibles culture where people are just buying things to have the collection as opposed to actually valuing what they're buying. But that's a separate 5 for another time. I'm not getting into that. Let's focus on Iron Angels 3 because my real concern with this movie, based on what I had read and just the general way that movies like this go, is the first movie, great. Second movie, great in different ways, but still equally good. And I thought, okay, the third is probably going to be a step down, especially because we've lost another of the core member of the team. And I figured, okay, just, set your expectations at middle. They still have the two of the main people who are really good at stunt work, so I'm sure the stunts and everything will be good. It probably is just going to be a little lesser. And I am thrilled to tell you that it is absolutely not lesser in any real way. It is equally as good as the other two. These are 3 really great action films with just a really effective mix of traditional kind of hand-to-hand martial arts combat with a lot of stunt work, as well as big Rambo-style gun shooting, explosion, dynamite, TNT, houses exploding, it's a really nice mixture of those two elements. And the movie paces each of the different types of set pieces that it's deploying really well. It's actually remarkable how good these movies are, all 3, all the way through. Now, they have different strengths and weaknesses. Some of the characters, if they are not present, will probably be noticeable. In this particular film, Elaine isn't there, and I feel like that was actually a bigger loss than maybe the people involved thought it would be. But it by no means stops it from being a fun movie. It's just got a different tone to it. However, on the plus side, and this may be a plus or minus depending, they have now returned to having a really, really interesting female villain as the main kind of antagonist for the heroes, as opposed to the second film, the last one, where it was a more personal story for one of the angels with a male villain. I don't think any of the villains in any of the movies are better or worse, but they are very different. And that's what I mean, where the movies... the core identity of all these movies stays intact. And that's the most important part, is if you're coming for Hong Kong action with a mixture of, again, what you would expect from a gun-focused movie like Rambo or something, along with a more Cynthia Rothrock-style hand-to-hand martial arts combat thing, you still get that wonderful blend. And what changes it is the components around it. But it still has really good pacing, and it has the whole way through. It still has interesting villains for different reasons. And so, honestly, I am blown away by how good this set is, because this is the only second box set I've bought with not really knowing anything about it. The first was, of course, the Apocalypse tetralogy, which was exceptional. And this one is too. I plan to watch these with Lando as part of our kind of night, our weekly movie, whatever. We're going to watch all 3 of these because I really would tell everybody that there's nothing about the movies that feels repetitive, and yet they do have the same core strengths in terms of how they're delivering action. So you don't ever feel like you see the same stunts twice. You see the same style. You see the same good pacing, but everything that needs to change to keep it fresh enough is changed. Although, again, that may appeal, depending on what they've changed, certain ways to certain people. So that's why you see different reviews saying different ones of these 3 movies are the best ones. That makes complete sense because they do have different identities, but they are all the same. So the reality is, if you like one, you will likely like all of these all the way through. So this has just been a wonderful surprise. So I can just tell you with full confidence, no matter which Iron Angels movie you pick, including 3, you're going to have a good time. So watch them all. Later.